Hello friends, my name is Jenya Panasyuk. I'm still on a desert island and today I am continuing my lobster story. I found a lot of useful artifacts which I will use to create a gun for spearfishing and a lot of interesting things, so please join me and watch this episode. Good afternoon, friends. I had to move to another location because the lobster cave, as I called it, was almost completely covered at high tide. I couldn't access because of the water level, so to stay there wasn't an option for me. I moved along the shore and found a cozy spot, but in addition to showing my location, I found a lot of useful props, and now I'll share with you what I have found. The first and very important thing I found was a rubber band. As I understand, it is from a hunting gun. It is a little broken, but for me it is not a problem at all. I can tie this corner and fix it at the tip of my Sharpie and make something like a Hawaiian sling. The next thing I have is my flint and this fluff, which is the tinder I will use to make fire. Next, in the jungle, I picked a couple of small bananas while I was getting water, and I will try to make a tortilla out of them and bake them on the fire, or just put them in the fire and try to bake them in the coals. I have a supply of fresh water that I collected in the jungle. I have a banana leaf that I will use as my plate. And I have this pineapple. Look, it has turned a little yellow, not green, and hopefully at least a little sweet. This flower from banana palm tree, this is the babies of bananas. Why did I take it, you might ask? I can use it when it rains like that. Look. I made a hole far enough from the ocean. But for now, I took these small bananas. I'll try to bake a loaf or something similar to banana bread. Well, that's how these bowls will collect water, and then from them I will pour into the coconut cup. You probably have New Year's Eve preparations in full swing. Probably some of you have already cut the ingredients for Olivier salad, which I miss so much. And I have no snow here and no Christmas atmosphere. I need to think of something to celebrate New Year and create the atmosphere. And by the way, look what I found here. I know what it is. I guess that this is the device local fishermen use to dig up worms in the sand for catching fish. Either the ocean brought it here, or somewhere here someone was digging worms and lost this thing. So that is how it works. It is such a handy thing here. First, I will be able to dig up my mangrove crabs with this thing. And the second option that I think will be even more useful is to align these things here. Sharpen the ends and make a tip for a spear with two fork-like tips. Let's create special atmosphere on this island. Next, I have lobsters, which today I'm going to cook as a special New Year dish. It takes all sorts to make a world, and maybe it is strange, but I'm celebrating a new year like this, friends. One last thing I wanted to tell you. Remember that aloe leaf I used? Protect my skin from the sun. The last time when I was collecting water in the jungle, I got bitten by mosquitoes, and one of the bites turned out like this. My leg has been brutally swollen for 2 days. My muscles hurt here, and when I stand on my heel, it hurts right here, the whole muscle. So most likely it wasn't a mosquito. Or I got some kind of infection and this whole part of my leg got inflamed right here, and I already can feel it in my muscles. I'm afraid that I might have to urgently stop my survival experiment on the island and go to the hospital. For now, I apply lotions with this aloe because it has antiseptic and antibacterial properties. So I apply this aloe juice to the inflamed area. I really hope that it will be enough and the inflammation will go away if it doesn't get better in morning. Because it's the second day already, then maybe tomorrow I will have to go to civilization to the hospital and find out what happened. Because this should have been like that in the first place. There are so many dangerous mosquitoes here. Malaria mosquitoes too, so there is a possibility of that. So I have fruit, I have a small supply of water, I have a knife, I have bowls waiting for the rain to collect more fresh water. I have a tinder. I also have a torn rubber band for a spear gun, a little old, but it's no problem. The main thing is that I have it and I can make something with it, like a crossbow or a spear gun. What else I like in this area? In addition to the fact that there is a lot of trash, there is good vegetation, there are coconut palms and there are a lot of large bamboo, just huge bamboo. I can make a chaise longue. I think it will be durable, quite solid, and also mobile. It means I will be able to carry it. I can place it literally here on top of the stones to be elevated from the wet surface. Plus I will be protected from all sorts of snakes and insects. I hope no one else like that will bite me and there won't be other dangers. It's very important to watch this video to the end. Here in this peel, I'm going to blow up these coconut fibers, so basically my spark will be mobile and I'll be able to carry it from place to place. Damn, it is rotten already, it's too late. So as it heats up, have these coconut fiber right here. Ah, damn, it is quite prickly. As the first layer, I'll put some stones and make the fire on top of it, because after I roast the lobster, I can remove the coals, and this stone should be hot as a frying pan, and try to roast the bananas on it later. Of course, my lobsters are already not so lively and beautiful. But the smell is okay. The coconut peel has already dried up. This is how my leg looks now. As you see, here is a bite. There is a sort of wound here, and you can see the inflammation right here. It is so hard. Here it hurts like a bruise. I can feel it in my heel when I step on it. Everything hurts, and as you see, there is a strip here. Probably got bitten in a vein somewhere there, and inflammation has gone this way. So it hurts here too when I stand on my leg, so this is not a serious situation. I have to do something about it. If it does not improve in the morning, I have to go to the hospital and ask about it. I need to clean the lobster and start cooking. Here's another method of how you can collect fresh water. Nature kind of shows you the coconuts laying around with a hole on top, and these coconuts are already full of water. One such coconut holds about a liter of water. So a tip from nature: set coconuts this way and you can collect rainwater. I'm going to have a stern Uncle Snowman like that. That's another thing. It feels like a holiday at once. Now you can feel the atmosphere of the new year. Almost a snowman made of coconuts. Now I'm going to cook these beauties. I want to make bamboo tongs to hold and turn these lobsters on the fire so they don't burn. I wouldn't want to ruin such a delicacy. This is the stick I want to use to make lobster tongs. There you go. And now I have tongs to take the lobster from the fire. Here's a tip for you. Friends, I'll also show you how to clean the lobsters. There is the first method. Look, you break off this part. I'm not sure they called whiskers. Here he has such rough thongs. He hurt me quite a lot when I caught him. And here under the tail, he has the same hole. Yes, that's what you are thinking about. So you shove this whisker here and just do this movement. Once, and that is it. The whole intestine is here and the meat is here. It's a cool method I picked up from the guys from Australia. Now with the last lobster, I'm going to put the whisker in here. I'm going to do this 1-2 motion and pull it all out. And on the prickles of the whisker hangs his intestines. This is all the intestines that need to be removed from the meat. But I'm going to cut his head open like this to get everything from the inside, because there is a lot meat in this area as well. I got more little cuts now than when I was catching them. Done. Oh. Look, this one has pink meat. Maybe it's fresh or it's a different kind. Look, pink meat. I can't wait to taste it. Wow, that's not like our crayfish. There's a lot of meat. If I could add some rice to it, that would be perfect. I hope that I will get through the jungle closer to some rice plantations and learn how to harvest rice too. Of course, it is not Olivier and not a salad with crab sticks, but a good alternative in my opinion. I'm going to clean these last two. The heat is just perfect. The coals are perfect, the branches and bamboo are burnt out, and the coconut bark is still smoldering. Perfect! Here are just hot rocks in the corners. I can put bananas on them.